Welcome back, Magic the Rescuing fans. We've got a little bit something different for you today. We've been doing a lot of pack openings, booster box openings, things like that. Um, and today we're going to do a full review of the donation that we got from Justin Nixon. And so we've gone through all the cards and we've pulled out things that were $1 or more. And then we kind of made a decision about what we're going to do with everything as a whole, and that's going to be a little fun. We'll talk about that later. That's what these are for. So we're going to do some constructed decks just from the cards that he donated. But I'd like to start off with going through the value cards that we got. So this is the stack of value cards, anything $1 or more. There's anything really all the way up until almost $35 in here. So there's some really cool finds. There's some amazing cards in here, and just wanted to go through and show you guys because it's a donation treasure hoard. That's what I like to call it. So here we go without further ado, and you'll also see that a lot of these cards are in amazing condition. So I'll show them to you, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I do. So we got Crop Rotation there from Urza's Legacy, Furnace of Wrath from Tempest, and all these are vintage cards. So the Rack, that looks like that's from 4th edition. Library of Lang, we've got a revised, and then a couple of three 4th editions. So again, I mean, these cards are in great condition. Just amazing. It's awesome to find cards of this age that are in this great a condition. Puppet Strings from Tempest, the Zurin Orb from Ice Age, a couple Spike Feeders from Stronghold. See if I can remember all of my set names. Urza's Bauble from Ice Age, and a Counterspell from Ice Age. You guys are going to see quite a few Counterspell variants. I'll put those all to the side and we can kind of go through them. There's some more of the Rack, a couple more revised, and then another 4th edition. Star Compass from Planar Chaos. That's just a cool, vibrant card there. Terminal Moraine, another Planar Chaos card. A couple of Jeweled Amulets from Ice Age. Voltaic Key from Urza's Saga. We got a full playset of Ankh of Mishra, and that's going to be from 5th edition. Just really cool. This was a great find in there. So Strip Mine. These are Strip Mines from 4th edition here. We've got 3 of them. Nice value card there. A couple Aura Shards, and these are in pristine condition. Back and front. Pretty amazing. And that's from Invasion. Thran Dynamo. Got 3 of these. These were reprinted. So was the Aura Shards, reprinted in Mystery Booster. Pretty awesome. Fire Covenant from Ice Age. I love the dragon art on that. Haunted Crossroads, Mercadian Masks. And from Nemesis, we got some Submerge. Just really cool cards, cool art. Awesome to go through vintage and kind of take a history through Magic and see the difference between today's cards. We've been opening a lot of Ikoria. You can see a huge difference between the artwork on that Ikoria stuff and this. Arcane Laboratory from Urza's Saga. Factor Fiction, we've got a full playset of that from Invasion. That's some of that Therese Nielsen there. Factor Fiction. And we got High Tide, an Opt from Invasion, Reigns of Power from Stronghold, a Wall of Tears from Stronghold. This is a really cool find coming up here. So Kobolds of Kur Keep. I mean, they look like they're in their pajamas. I mean, how cool is that? From Legends, and look how amazing condition this card is from Legends. Back and front. You can see that the surface of it is just completely untouched and well kept. And then another one from Legends, this Avoid Fate, and Look at the cool artwork on that. Just amazing cards. Recycle from Tempest. Look at that goblin. That is the biggest smile I've ever seen on a goblin in my life. He's just really happy. I think he's happy to be cooking some poisonous stew up for that stupid human. Muscle slivers, so we just made a sliver deck, and we put one of these in it, but 3 muscle slivers from Tempest. There's another counterspell variant from Mercadian Masks. Put them here. Credit voucher from Mercadian Masks. This was a cool one. This is very cool. Find Demonic Consultation from Ice Age. I think it's the number 2 card in that set. Scourge Familiar from Urza Saga. Turnabout from Saga. And then Chronicles with the 3 Ashnod's Altars. Very relevant card, and one of very few Chronicles cards that hold any value. Very cool. Intruder Alarm. Also just reprinted in foil in the mystery boosters. Same with Soothsaying, that was reprinted in a mystery booster from Mercadian Masks. Tinker. Another Saga, we got Windfall. And Dragon Arch. Just really, really amazing artwork on these cards. Evacuation from Stronghold. Goblin Ringleader. Goblin Bombardment from Tempest. Here comes another cool find that is near and dear to my heart. This was one of my favorite cards growing up, Fork. And I always thought that those were cookies. They always look like cookies to me on the end there. Anybody agree? Goblin King, of course, from Revised there. And then we got a slew of lightning bolts here. So we got 3 from Revised, and then 4 different ones from 4th edition. And then this one was really cool. So I'm going to do a little comparison for you guys so you can see. But this was the only unlimited card I found in the collection. And it's a Keldon Warlord. Really cool card, nothing too crazy. But if you ever have trouble telling the difference between unlimited and revised, if you can see the beveled black border there compared to the single line black border there on the Goblin King. And that's how you tell the difference between revised and unlimited if you're ever having trouble. But this was just a cool, amazing card, and one of the only unlimited cards I've ever been able to hold and handle, because I really started getting into things when Revised came along, and I lived on the East Coast and you couldn't get anything before Revised on the East Coast. So that was really cool. Then we have a bunch of Lord of Atlantis. Here's 3 of them here. So these are from 4th edition and then one from Revised. Also just a very cool card. Artwork on that is also very, very cool. And then here comes another counterspell variant. This one's from Revised. And followed by another counterspell variant. This one from Tempest. So you'll see tons of counterspells here. Something tells me Justin was a blue player. And then this one looks like it's from 4th edition. And then a Sky Diamond from 7th. All those diamonds are always cool throughout all those sets. The different artwork. Propaganda from Tempest. Another Lord of Atlantis there from 7th edition. And we got 3 Mystic Remoras from Ice Age. Another really cool and decently valued card. Priest of Titania from Urza Saga. A common that has some good value to it. And then Elid Omri, Lord of the Leaves. So this is an amazing legend card. This was really cool to find. This is one of the first cards that we pulled out of the stack. We were like, oh, that's cool. Oh, wow, that holds a lot of value. So that was fun. Then there's his vineyard right there, right behind, all from Tempest. And as you may know, in Tempest they didn't have the gold or silver colors to tell you what was rare, uncommon, or common. So just really cool. Another crop rotation there. Spider Silk Armor from Mercadian Masks. And something really funny and cool is right before we made this video, we were pulling some lands out of sleeves from this collection. And behind one of the lands was this lifelink card. And it's worth about 15 bucks. So we had a little hidden gem hiding behind some lands. Ancestral Mask from Mercadian Masks, another common that's got some good value to it. There's 4 of them. The Mask from the Masks. Sky Shroud Claim, also another good Nemesis common. Look at the cool, vibrant art on that. Just really amazing cards here. Primal Growth, a playset of that. And here's a couple of really cool ones too. So, 2 unhinged lands, 1 mountain and 1 swamp. Again, just really cool. Lands from the unsets, obviously, fairly valuable and hard to come by, and these are also in very good condition. And then, here come my 2 favorite cards that we found in here. So, Whirling Dervish from Legends, and there's 3 of them. And again, this is from Legends, and just you can see the sheen off of the surface there, letting you know that it's in very good condition. I don't think these, well, maybe this one got slid across the play mat maybe a couple times, but for its age, again, these are just amazingly well-conditioned cards. So 3 Whirling Dervishes from Legends, and then behind that are these Allurans. And I really wasn't too knowledgeable about this particular card until I looked it up, and it's a $30 card. So there were 2 of them from Tempest in there in decent condition. One's definitely better than the other. This one's got some, as you can see, some wear from moving around on the mat there. But this one is pretty pristine. So that wraps it up for the singles over $1. Here's all of the counter spells and the variants of that, which is just, again, really cool to see it across the different sets and then what it's become today. Obviously, Counterspell's a staple that's been reprinted a million times over, and it's a common, but somehow they still always hold their value. Even though it's a low value, they still hold it. So again, really cool, awesome donation from Justin. He said there's more to come, so we're really excited to see what that means and what other cards we're going to find. One of the biggest things that we decided to do was that we're going to make some vintage decks. So we're going to use the vintage style play, and we're going to make decks out of his cards only. We won't use anything else. And we've already started separating out the elves. So there's a bunch of elves here, and we're going to make a tribal elf deck in the vintage format, and we're going to sell them. And so there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 decks out of this pile for elves. And the idea is that we're going to put 50% of the money towards a Great Dane rescue, and then the other 50% we're going to put towards getting our rescue ranch and stuff for the rescue ranch up and running. So this is now goblins, so we're going to do a second deck that's going to be goblins. You got your arms dealer there from Mercadian Masks. Just tons of goblins. Red and green. We've got tons of red and green, so it's going to be heavy goblin, heavy elf, tribal. Just a lot of cool stuff. We can't say thank you enough. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me go through this stuff. Again, something like this with, you know, over 100 cards with $1 or more value, and a lot of them are more in between the $4 to $5 value. That means a lot for what we do, and it puts a good chunk into our donation pile. So thanks again to Justin. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like it if you like it, and if you love it, subscribe. Thanks for watching Magic the Rescuing.